Algeria, located in North Africa, has a long and rich history that dates back to prehistoric times. The area that is now Algeria was inhabited by early humans, with evidence of prehistoric life in the Tarsili Naja region, where ancient rock paintings have been discovered. The Berbers are the indigenous people of Algeria, and their civilization predates written history. They established various kingdoms, including the Numidian kingdom in the 3rd century BC. The region was later influenced by the Phoenicians, who founded the city of Carthage, and eventually, Algeria came under Roman rule after the Punic Wars in 146 BC. Islamic conquest and Middle Ages. In the 7th century CE, the Islamic conquest of North Africa brought significant changes to Algeria. The Berbers gradually converted to Islam, and by the 8th century, the region was part of the larger Islamic world. Various Berber dynasties, such as the Almoravids and Almohads, emerged and expanded their influence across North Africa and parts of Spain. In the 16th century, Algeria became a part of the Ottoman Empire and was ruled by local governors known as beys. During this time, the coastal cities of Algeria became infamous for pirate activities, which were a source of revenue for the local rulers. French colonization 1830 to 1962. In 1830, the French invasion of Algeria marked the beginning of a 132-year period of colonization. The French used Algeria as a settler colony, and hundreds of thousands of European settlers, known as colons, moved to Algeria. This led to widespread land confiscation and the displacement of the indigenous population. Algeria's colonization was marked by brutal repression, particularly during times of resistance. One of the most significant resistance movements was led by Emir Abdelkader, who fought against the French from 1830 to until his capture in 1847. The Algerian War of Independence 1954 to 1962. The colonization of Algeria culminated in one of the bloodiest wars of independence in modern history, known as the Algerian War of Independence. It began on November 1, 1954, when the National Liberation Front (FLN) launched a series of coordinated attacks against French military and civilian targets. The war lasted until March 18, 1962, when the Évian Accords were signed, leading to Algeria's independence on July 5, 1962. The war was characterized by guerrilla warfare, repression, and atrocities committed by both the French army and the FLN. Approximately 1 million Algerians died in the conflict. Post-independence era 1962 to present. After gaining independence, Algeria was ruled by the FLN, with Ahmed Ben Bella becoming the country's first president. However, political instability followed, and in 1965, Ben Bella was overthrown in a coup by Houari Boumediene, who ruled until his death in 1978. Boumediene's government pursued a socialist path, nationalizing the oil industry and promoting industrial development. After his death, Chadli Benjedid took power and initiated a process of economic liberalization. However, political unrest grew, and by the late 1980s, calls for democratic reforms intensified. In 1991, Algeria held its first multi-party elections, but the process was interrupted when the Islamic Salvation Front (FIS), a political party with Islamist leanings, appeared set to win. The military intervened, leading to a decade-long civil war between government forces and various Islamist groups. The war, which lasted from 1991 to 2002, claimed over 100,000 lives. Since then, Algeria has faced challenges with political stability, economic diversification, and addressing public discontent. In 2019, Longtime President Abdelaziz Bouteflika was forced to resign after mass protests demanding political change, leading to a period of political transition. Amazing facts about Algeria. Largest country in Africa. Algeria is the largest country in Africa by land area, covering more than 2.38 million square kilometers. It is also the 10th largest country in the world. Sahara Desert. Over 80% of Algeria's land area is covered by the Sahara Desert, making it one of the most desert-dominated countries in the world. The desert offers breathtaking landscapes, including sand dunes, mountain ranges, and ancient cave paintings. Ancient cave art. Algeria is home to the Tassili Naja rock art, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that features thousands of prehistoric cave paintings dating back 6,000 to 12,000 years, depicting animals, humans, and symbolic figures. Rich archaeological heritage. Algeria has some of the best preserved Roman ruins outside of Italy. The ancient city of Timgad, founded by the Roman Emperor Trajan in 100 CE, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a marvel of Roman town planning. Famous for the Kosba, the Kosba of Algiers, another UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a historic area in the capital city that dates back to the 17th century. It is known for its narrow alleys, historic mosques, and Ottoman-style palaces. Birthplace of great writers. Algeria has produced several world-renowned writers, including Albert Camus, who was born in the city of Mondovi Naudrain in 1913. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1957. Cuisine with Mediterranean influence. Algerian cuisine is a blend of Berber, Arab, French, and Mediterranean influences. One of the country's most famous dishes is couscous, a traditional Berber meal made from semolina, meat, and vegetables. Algerian film legacy. The country has a strong film history, and the Battle of Algiers 1966 is one of the most celebrated films about Algeria's struggle for independence. Directed by Gillo Pontecorvo, it is considered a masterpiece of political cinema and won numerous international awards. Hydrocarbon economy. Algeria is one of the leading exporters of natural gas in the world. Its economy heavily relies on hydrocarbons, including oil and natural gas, which account for about 95% of its export earnings. Multilingual country. Algeria is a multilingual country where Arabic is the official language. Berber was also recognized as a national language in 2002, and French is widely spoken due to its colonial past. Algeria's rich history and its amazing landmarks make it a fascinating country in North Africa, combining ancient heritage with modern culture.